Hey, what's up guys? Omar here, broker and CEO of Alden Mortgage and Omar Realty. So this is going to be officially the first part of this whole appraisal thing, okay? Which I'm actually going to order the classes. I'm going to start the classes today. Sorry it took a little while. I have a family, I have kids, I have obligations. Our vacation lasted a little bit longer than it should have. But now I'm going to go ahead and bust out our little American Express. And I'm going to tell you, so whenever you're choosing a real estate or an appraisal course, right? Whenever you're choosing, now for me, I don't know what I am doing. Now I am a real estate broker, I am a mortgage broker, but that's my respective area of expertise. I know exactly where to do. So if you need assistance with where you should go to get your, the education for any of that, you could go ahead and go there. Now, as far as getting an appraisal education, I don't know. I'm picking the one that I thought looked the best. Now, the one that I picked, that I'm going to pick is this McCosmic, whatever it is. I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly which one I'm going to pick. And I'm only basing this based off of the look of the website. I don't know how easy it's going to be. I don't know how difficult it's going to be. I don't know. I honestly don't know anything. But it is December. It is the downtime for real estate. I know that it's a downtime for real estate. Everybody knows it's downtime. Well, it's a downtime for all real estate. And it's just like, what are you going to do? Are you just going to sit here and do nothing? Or are you going to go ahead and try to, get another portion of real estate to add to your repertoire? Is that even is that a word? Repertoire, whatever it is, okay? To add to your to the whole entire encompassing, business that you have in real estate. Now, by all means, I do not want to be an appraiser, so to speak. But here are the pros of me thinking about going into the world of appraisal. Number one, getting more real estate agent referrals, being that guy that goes ahead and because real estate agent referrals is a big part of our business. Even though I encompass both sides of this, I don't do one thing. I will never ever in my entire life steal another person's client. Now in my database, in what we have, I have a list of every single client that we ever have. And next to that client is a real estate agent that we went ahead and that sent over that referral. So in that world that we live in, if I see they are like, hey, Omar, I want to go ahead and do a real estate transaction with you, I will not do it. Because that's stupid. In my mind, that doesn't make any sense. Like, what idiot would go ahead and do something like that? If I had an agent, right? If I had an agent that I was working with, and they were sending me, let's say, I don't know, between 10 and 15 deals a year, would it, in my mind, in a logical person's mind, would it make sense to go ahead and take a listing from their client rather than call the agent and be like, hey dude, listen, one of your clients, they called me, they're asking for things. I'm not going to do it, but I want you to know, give you a heads up, reach out to them, do you. And then you guys could kind of figure out together, listen, if they really don't want to go with that person, at least you cut them into the deal. At least you give them a heads up. That's the world that I live in. But to kind of piggyback off of that, now going into the world of appraisal, I eventually just want to be on the AMC side. I want to go ahead and be the appraisal management company where I get to go ahead and distribute appraisals to other people. But in the meantime, I do have to do a lot of these courses. I don't know if I could actually skip a lot of lines trying to get a hold of somebody in the appraisal side of things when it comes to the California appraisal, the people in Sacramento, the people who handle all the appraisal stuff. It's impossible. And trying to get something out of majority appraisers, because majority appraisers, I've made a couple of phone calls to try to see, hey, do you want to work with me? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? I'm going to tell you right now, finding an appraiser supervisor, one to go ahead and get, because you need, okay, so the backdrop to becoming an appraisal. A, you have to go ahead and pass this course. B, you have to find an appraiser supervisor to go ahead and, shadow them and get 2,000 hours. You need total of 2,000 hours of experience, and then you get to go ahead and test to become an appraiser. Then you get to upgrade your license and then become a certified appraiser. And then if you want to go, then there's the big kahuna, the big guy is going to be a certified general appraiser. That's going to be the big one. But The hardest part is going to be, I don't think it's going to be the classes. Pretty sure it's not going to be the classes. I think for the most part, the hardest part about this is going to be trying to find a supervisor. Not only finding one supervisor, you're going to have to find at least a couple of different, like at least 2 or 3 supervisors, especially because real estate is so low. Now, there's one thing that I have learned being on the lending side of things that appraiser sides don't know. We on the lending side, we are going really, really heavily on the automated appraisal side of things, where we're doing basically like all the comps in the area, and then the comps in the area are going to go ahead and justify the price of the home, and then that's kind of what we're using. So it's going to be like this algorithm that our computer programs are going to be using. And in essence, what does that mean? That means that it almost seems that there's going to be programs that are going to be coming out that is going to go ahead and negate appraisers. Now, are appraisers going to be completely null and void at the end of this? No, I don't think so. I think that's impossible. I think that's the dumbest thing in the entire world, especially when you get to the certified general appraiser side, because let's say you're appraising, I don't know, like this big parcel of land that you can't do on a computer program, right? You cannot do it, like, because there's no comparison from one to another. Like, I want to go ahead and compare a horse ranch in Los Angeles. Well, how many damn horse ranches are here in Los Angeles? It's probably like 2 or 3 at best. And how do you appraise those? So that's why you need the expertise of a lot of appraisals. Now, I am doing this as a complete idiot. I'm doing this without knowing anything. I am doing this like you. You're probably, how do you become an appraiser? Well, you could follow me on this journey, or you could listen to somebody else, but mine is going to be real world. I'm going to go ahead and right now, as we speak, I'm going to pop out my American Express. I'm going to go ahead and pay my $1,700 that I have to go ahead and do, because the price is it expensive? $1,700 does seem a little bit pricey as far as becoming an appraiser, but I mean, it's going to happen anyway. So let's go ahead and I'll show you exactly from step 1 how the purchase, what the curriculum looks like, what the step by step. If I even have to make a phone call, we'll make a phone call, but let's get on with it and see. Let's see what this program actually looks like. All right, so here it goes. So this is the online appraisal school that I'm going to go ahead and be doing. We're going to go ahead and select here California, education, I guess get your license, find courses. So this is where we're going to be at. Now McKissick, whatever, learning. I looked at a bunch of different ones. Now just because I want to give you a comparison, appraisal... Institute, Appraiser Institute. This was the other one, like another really big one that I saw. You could go ahead and use this one too. We'll accept that. So these are, I guess these are just different programs. I don't know. This one just doesn't seem like it's going to be intuitive enough. Let's see, search education. How much do these guys cost? New and popular education. I guess that's what it is. I don't know. See, like, it doesn't seem like, why does it have to be so difficult to, do I go to online store? No, I don't want to go to online store. Search education, benefits, no, I don't want to find appraiser. Let's go ahead and go to subscriptions. Would that be it? Nope, that wouldn't be it. Now, just based off of this is the reason why I didn't use this one, is because it's just not right in my face. Like, why do I have to do all of this? Why can't you just tell me, okay, let's see, check state approvals prior to registering for any appraisal institute? I don't know. Let's go to California. Let's see if it makes it easier. And the only reason why I'm even going through all of this is just to show you how different and easy. Like, why can't you just package all of this for me and let me know what I have to do and have all the packages ready instead of like going through all of this like this. I don't know which one is redundant and which one is not. I don't know which one I have to do and which one I don't need to do. Like what this is a 15-hour course, USPAP, whatever that is, right? Then I have another one here. Then I have another one here. Like delivery format, classroom. I don't okay, online. See, these are like some of the things like I don't know which one I have to do. And that's one of the reasons, and I don't feel like going into like, trying to figure out everything. I just want the package there for me. I want to know exactly what I have to do. Tell me what I have to do. See, it's easy. Get your license. So I'm basing that the simplicity of getting your whole entire online appraisal education is going to be just as easy as this. Look at that online package. It's going to be $1,699. Get unlimited access, and I guess this is what you get. View steps to get your real estate. View detailed steps to get your. All right, what is that? Did I miss something here? So these are okay. So these are the different requirements. AT is a trainee licensee. This is when you have to get a appraiser supervisor to go ahead and work under them to get your 2,000 hours. Then you get your residential license. Then you get your certified residential license. And then this gives you all of your requirements that you have to do. So, if you want to be a trainee, you don't have any experience required, no college degree, any property with a supervising appraiser is permitted. Then you have your residential. College degree is not required. 1,000 hours of acceptable appraisal experience in not less than 6 months. Sure, whatever. But we're going to go into these areas. Now, I have a bachelor's degree, and I guess for most of you, you're going to need a bachelor's degree. Now, I think, you know what? Let me go to the California real estate, because I want to give you actual real information. California appraiser requirements. So we're going to go ahead and go to the California Bureau of Real Estate Appraisers. Get an appraisal license. So what is this required? Okay, so we're going to go, I don't want to do the renewal process. Let's go all the way down. Okay, so why did I think that there was 2,000 hours? Why did it say 1,500 hours? Everybody told me it was 2,000 hours. So here's a trainee. You need 150 hours, including 15-hour national USPAP course, which I guess that's a requirement. 150 hours of qualifying education, which we're going to be doing 158 hours. I guess that's how much. Is it 158 hours, including, how much is this here? Up to 300. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, look, okay, 158 hour, the basic package. Now, before I go ahead and do all of this, which I'm going to go ahead and I'm just probably going to show the course details in the next video, because I'm kind of going through all of this. I'm not sure if I actually need this one, if I could just do this one, or should I just do this one? Like, it seems like it's pennies on the dollar. It's only like, what, $19 difference. But do I need the basic package? Is this the same exact thing? You are new to appraisal profession California, want to get your license? Yes, I do. You have an appraisal license California, are ready to upgrade your license? No, I don't. So I got the first part of that all dialed in. Now, what do I do with the rest of it? Now, see, majority of you are probably doing the same exact thing because you're trying to get into the world of appraisal, and it's like, a few confusing parts here and there. But I am going to go ahead and go back over here. Now, the handbook, to get your residential license, you need 150 hours of education. Cool. Including the 15-hour USPA course. Cool. All initial applicants must complete an approved state and federal laws course prior to obtaining a license. Cool. I'm sure it's going to be in that program that we had, that it's in McKismic or whatever that name is. This course is not eligible towards the 1,500 hours of qualifying education. What does that mean? Wait a minute. Okay, approved state California federal courses prior to obtaining license. This course is not Okay, I got to make a phone call because I don't know what that, including a 15-hour USPA. All initial applicants in California federal law obtaining license. This course, okay, so you need additional federal law. Maybe that's where the other 8 hours is. Maybe that's why they said, maybe that's why it says 158 hours here. I got to make a call. I got to call these guys and ask them exactly what I need. And then to get your, after that, you get your tests and all that. You take your test after you get your hours. Then you, now do you just upgrade automatically from residential to certified, or is there another test? Let me go over here. Okay, so trainee is 150 hours. Residential is going to be 150 hours of education. Cover modules, 15-hour USPA equivalent, all initial reciprocal courses, California state law federal courses, 1,000 hours of encompassing no less than 6 months of acceptable. So you have to do your 1,000 hours, and it has to be encompassing no less than 6 months of acceptable. So you have to do at least 6 months worth of experience before you are eligible. Any non-complex 1 to 4 family property with transactions value up to $1 million. Well, that's everything in California. Certified residential will require 200 hours. Now, do you add on to those courses after you do your 150-hour courses? See, this I have to call this place and see what's going on. Now, you do need 1,500 hours and encompassing no less than 12 months of acceptable appraisal experience. So that 1,500 hours, it's gonna, like, this is gonna take some time. Okay, that's what it's gonna do. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna be at least a year's worth of work. Well, you're gonna be really, really close with me if you follow this little module thing that I have. It's gonna be at least a year's worth of videos that you and I are gonna go ahead and do. And then any 1 to 4 family property without regards to transaction value or complexity, and non-residential property with a transaction value of $250,000. Okay, so that's where the difference between the certified residential and the certified general goes, because the certified general, you could value anything. You need 3,000 hours with no less than 18 months, acceptable appraisal experience, of which 1,500 hours of that must be non-residential. So that has to be commercial properties at like to the max. Now, I don't know. Now, do you need a degree to do this? Because I think that's important for most of you guys doing this. Now, I have a bachelor's degree, so I am eventually probably going to do this one over here. It's going to take some time. But for the most of you, you guys just probably want to just be a certified residential appraisal. You just want to do homes. That's all you want to do. Now, for the grand scheme of things, like, this is going to be the one that's going to make the most amount of sense for me, only because I want to get in front of as many real estate agents as I possibly can without being that scummy, broker. Hey, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and drop in on your real estate, on your open house, or I'm going to go ahead and call you 1,000,000 times. I'd rather just go ahead and just go to the appraiser, because whenever you do an appraisal, it's going to be at least a couple of hours for you to do an appraisal. And that way, a lot of real estate agents like to be there during the appraisal. Some of them don't, but at least you get to sit there and talk to them. You get to tell them, you know what, not only do I do this, I also do the lending side of things. So you're going to need 1,500 hours of encompassing no less than 12 months acceptable appraisal. This is going to be 6 months, so I'm assuming you could get this. Still build your hours after you get your residential license. Any non-complex, do you need supervisors? So you could get your residential license without being a certified residential appraiser in less than 16 months. 1,000 hours, I guess. It doesn't need the 2,000 hours, which I always thought it was 2,000 hours. But 1,000 hours encompassing no less than 6 months of acceptable thing. Now, I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording. Now, I really wanted to I'm so stupid. I'm such an idiot. I should have made my phone calls and asked all the questions beforehand, but, life happens. I have 2 kids. I have a job that I have to worry about. Now it is slow, so I don't have anything. I had to actually pick up my son from school today. Poor kid, he was throwing up. He's not feeling too well. I got to go deal with that as well. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make a couple of phone calls. And then in my next video, I will let you know exactly what what we needed, what needed to happen, and then I'm gonna go ahead and order it. We're gonna go ahead and pay for this guy. We're gonna bust out the old American Express, and we're gonna go ahead and do our due diligence and figure this out, because I know real estate. I know how to negotiate real estate. I know how to do lending, but appraisal, and we do escrow. Appraisal and title is the only thing left for me to go ahead and accomplish, because in my world, in my mind, I don't want to just have one avenue as far as a source of income. I want to have a multiple, and then I want to be this all-encompassing real estate company to go ahead and do everything that you could possibly imagine in the world of real estate, from developing, from lending, from purchasing, from everything. Now, it's taken a long time, and I'm over here, 40 years of age. Who's to tell you that you can't do something even as you get older? Majority of appraisers are a lot older, and who knows, maybe I'll end up liking it. Maybe it'll end up being my forte, and I want to go ahead and do that. I'm just kidding. I'll never ever want to do it. The money in mortgage lending is so great. It's so good that you would never ever want to do anything else once you realize that the amount of money you make when it comes to lending. But stay up to date. I'm going to go ahead and make a few phone calls. I got to figure this out a little bit better to go ahead and relay the information to you. And then we could go ahead and go from there. And then my next video will be me purchasing it, me giving you the answers of the questions that I just asked. And then we're going to go ahead and go from there. Until next video, guys, for up to 50% commission rebate, 0% listing on selling your current home, or any mortgage assistance, link in the description below. And if you want to get referrals, if you want to get paid off of referrals on sending, lending, any mortgaging referrals over to me, to not violate RESPA, to still stay compliant, to do all of that, DM me. Let me know. Comment below. I will be more than happy to help you out, because, listen, I had a real estate agent last year. Real estate agent, they did nothing. Zero sales. All they did was send me referrals, and they made over $100,000 just off of sending me referrals. If you want to know, I'll go ahead and maybe pop a link somewhere up here. But DM me, go on Instagram, let me know, or comment, I don't know, whatever. Until next video, guys, like, subscribe, comment, all that. Stay up to date. Hit that little ring bell notification. Until next video, guys.